Rise and shine, everyone. It is Monday, July 8th, and we are very happy to start our day off with you, and thank you for starting your day off with us. We hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday weekend, and thanks again for tuning in every day. So we do have a quick announcement. There's some things going on in Gadsden. We just got the release, and we want to let all of our viewers know that Gadsden is currently experiencing a widespread interruption in water service throughout the city. Customers of the Gadsden Waterworks and Sewer Board are also affected. The Gadsden Waterworks and Sewer Board is currently working to fix the issue as quickly as possible, but as of 6:45 this morning, there is no estimated time for the repair to be complete. So the affected residents are advised to conserve water as much as possible while this outage is ongoing. Further updates will be shared as they become available on the following sites, which you can go to thegadsdenwater.org or the City of Gadsden Facebook page or their website at www.cityofgadsden.com. So we will make sure that we keep you posted on our Facebook page as well. So yeah, we just wanted to make sure everybody is aware of that. So our guest this morning, we have some really cool things that we're going to get to talk about. So stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back with our guest with King's Home.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor Difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Rise and shine, and welcome back. Well, today's guest is with King's Home. Let me tell you a little bit about King's Home. It's a comprehensive and impactful organization dedicated to providing Christ-centered homes for services for youth, women, and children. Through various innovative programs like the Garden Stables, the Prodigal Pottery Collection, and thrift stores, they offer therapeutic, educational, and practical support. These initiatives not only help residents develop skills and gain emotional healing, but also engage the community and generate funds to sustain their mission. Overall, King's Home seems to significantly improve the lives of residents while fostering community involvement. Though that's the information that I have gathered by checking out their wonderful website. And this morning, to talk to us more about King's Home, we have Jim Medley. Jim is the Vice President of Development and Marketing. So let's welcome Jim Medley to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Courtney, and thank you so much for having us and giving us the opportunity to talk about King's Home, such a wonderful cause in the state of Alabama. But thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks for waking up early to join us. Yeah, so I got to looking at the website, like I said just a moment ago, and there are so many great things that King's Home does.
Absolutely.
And so many avenues of fundraising and ways that you're able to do the programs.
Right.
So, Jim, tell us a little bit about King's Home.
Sure. Well, King's Home, as you kind of mentioned earlier, it is a nonprofit agency for youth, women, and children that are fleeing domestic violence. And King's Home gives these residents hope and a future. And they do that, like you mentioned, through Christ-centered homes. That's our main reason for being at King's Home is giving them this opportunity again to find hope and a future from horrific abuse that they have been through in the past.
Wow, and that is such an amazing thing to know that somebody has that that place, that safe place to go. I mean, it's a terrible a terrible situation, of course, but to be able to provide that hope for so many, that's huge. Tell us a little bit about the background of King's Home. How did it come about?
King's Home started in 1976. Actually, it started as King's Ranch back in the day, and then Hannah Homes was our women's program. King's Ranch was the youth program, and then Hannah Homes was our women's program. And then later on, we merged the two and then changed the name to King's Home. So we have two different programs, if you will, one for youth and one for women and children. And most of our youth come from or appointed to us from DHR.
Okay.
That's how they get to King's Home. So we serve anywhere from 70 to 80 youth at one time. Each of our homes are modeled with house parents. We want it to be more than just a house. We want it to be a home, a functioning home, just like most of us grew up in.
Yeah.
And then on our women's side, it's a 2-year program, and we have two different campuses for the women, one in Chelsea and then one in downtown Birmingham as well, a Bethany home. It's like I said, it's a 2-year program, and they are coming again from domestic violence and just horrible abuse. You know, Courtney, when I came to King's Home 7 years ago, I thought I knew a little bit about abuse, but I quickly realized I did not know much about abuse at all. When our youth come to us and they are going through their counseling, it just breaks my heart when they are talking about abuse and they don't consider getting slapped and hit and kicked abuse. That's just everyday life to them. So that's what we want to do, is break that cycle and give them hope in a future.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's heavy.
It is. It really is.
It's very heavy.
It truly is. I'll share a quick story with you. When I was there, I'd been there for 2 days and was trying to get my head wrapped around all of our programs and our donors and board and so forth. And it was about 3:45 in the afternoon. I hear a lot of commotion coming down the hallway, so I needed a break. So I stood up and I saw 10 to 12 youth walking toward me. And then they turned and they went down, and I was just standing there, and I was asked a question, what was I thinking? And I said, well, I'll tell you, I couldn't wait to bring my family here to visit and learn more about King's Home. And they said, oh, yeah, everyone goes through that. And I said, well, it may be a little different than what you're thinking. It's not to say, hey, look how great you had it. Look where you could have been. Look what your mom and dad did for you. It's about educating them and letting them know that it is real, that abuse is real. And it is, you know, I wish there wasn't a King's Home. I wish I would hope one day that we didn't, but as long as it's needed, I'm glad King's Home is there to provide. But I had two of my best friends say, why in the world are you taking this job? Do you really want to get up every morning and go ask people for money?
Yeah.
I say, hey, that's a great question. I appreciate it. But after I witnessed that, I came back to my desk, and I didn't even know how to do a conference call on my office phone at that time. So I get my little book out, and I called my two best friends, and I said, I've got your answer. And they said, oh, you're all ready to leave. I said, no, I'll gladly get up every day and do this. And I've been doing it for 7 years. But I said, you know what? I'm going to start with the two of you. Send me a check.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yes.
And they did. And it's so important, because that is the way we function and keep the program going.
Yeah. And sadly, it is something that is needed. And I'm with you. I hope one day it doesn't have to be. And but as long as we have people that are undergoing abuse or having to. Oh, again, it's so heavy. It's a really heavy topic, but I'm really grateful that there are people like King's Home and those who will be there for people and who help, because it's not just, you have volunteers, you have donors, like you said, everything is based on raising money.
It is.
And that's a big one. So, and it's needed. And you talked about counseling. So the
Right.
program. So there's different programs. You said you had
Yes.
the women's program, and then you have the youth program.
Correct.
Do you provide counseling services to all?
Yes, absolutely. Our youth, we constantly have counseling. We have on staff counseling as well as others that come in to help counsel with the youth and with the women. From a youth standpoint, they come to us from ages of 10 to 18. Each home has 6 to 8 in each home, and again, they're Christ-centered with the house parent model. And again, we serve anywhere from 70 to 80 youth at one time in our homes. We have 21 group homes and facilities, and as you can imagine, it takes quite a bit to keep that running. Yeah. And then on the women's side, like I said, it's a 2-year program, but we're constantly bringing in people to talk about how to build credit, how to save money. The women's program is totally free. They do not pay a dime. We pay for everything: food, lodging, clothing, and we get them to save 75% of their earnings, and then when they graduate from the 2-year program, that's what we give back to them.
How do they earn?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because when they come to us, a lot of them do not have a job, and it's hard for them to find jobs. So we have 2 opportunities from a job standpoint, one being our pottery program, Prodigal Pottery, which is a wonderful program. They're able to work. It's on our campus, and they can work there, or we have another program with King's Home Collection, which is a store that we have, which is a kind of a boutique specialty items, which is a really cool store in Chelsea, and gives them the opportunity to work there. We sell furniture there, but not only do we sell the furniture, we refurbish the furniture. And our ladies and our youth are able to work there, either refurbishing the furniture or learning retail and job skills and job training, which is just a wonderful program for us. But those are the 2 job programs that we have for the women and for the youth. And
that's wonderful.
It is. It's just it's a great program. The pottery program is again, it's we also have ladies that come from other nonprofits that work there, from Well House, from Love Lady.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it's.
Well, I want to get into that a little bit deeper. We're going to take a quick break right now, Jim, and we'll be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
and Body Works Towing and Recovery in Oxford is the area's leading auto body shop, serving Anniston, Oxford, Talladega, and surrounding areas since 1996. They specialize in auto body repair and refinishing, paint correction, paintless dent repair, towing, and so much more. For all of your auto body needs, contact Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery at 256-835-1170. Also online at HughesPaintandBody.com.
I'm Alan Parnell, the Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama. where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV 24 News Update. Mark your calendars for Second Friday on Main, an event taking place on the second Friday of each month from May to September 2024 from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Per their Facebook page, there's free entry. Second Friday will showcase a variety of mobile food vendors, talented art vendors, live music, lawn games, a kids' activity zone, downtown shopping and dining, and a captivating car show organized by the Chakalaka Cruise Inn. You don't want to miss out on this fun-filled event. It's located at Simmons Park, 400 Main Street in Oxford. This Friday, July 12th, is the next one. There's going to be food trucks from Chicken Salad Chick, Kona Ice, Taco Tuesday, and the Classic Melt. Art vendors are going to be Absolutely E Creation, Ashley Nicole Art, Christine Z Wise Art, Cicada's Song Studio, Debbie's Designs, Bridget Design, and the Crimson Building. There's going to be live music by Highway 77. That is going to be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then the Chakalaka Cruise In Car Show, hosted by the Howell Masonic Lodge, will be located at the Howell Masonic Lodge, number 101. That is at 600 Main Street, Oxford. And lastly, for the Kids Activity Zone, there's going to be a bounce house, lawn games, sidewalk chalk, and bubbles. This event is coordinated by Historic Main Street, Oxford. For more information, please contact Hunter Gentry via email at hunter.gentry@oxfordal.gov. For more news stories like these, plus weather with Justin Beal and sports, tune in tonight to the TV 24 News. For WEAC TV 24, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is 7:48 on your Monday morning, July the 8th, and we are visiting with Jim Medley. He is the Vice President of Development and Marketing for King's Home. And so we're learning about King's Home this morning and all of the different areas of King's Home and all of the things that you do to help support the community and all of the cool ways for the community to get involved and support King's Home. So when we went to break, Jim, you were telling us about the women. So we were talking about the women's facilities and the ways that women can get out of that cycle of abuse and try to start healing from that and gaining life skills and things to where they can feel successful, of course, and get out and start a new life when it's time. And so the program, you said, is 2 years?
It's a 2-year program,
That's right.
and Courtney, that's exactly what we want. We want them to be able to go back into the world, if you will, and be able to function just like a normal, safe person would have the opportunity to do. And again, it is a 100% privately funded program, the women's program, and it's about $1 million budget itself. So we love the opportunity to work with other nonprofits. I was mentioning that earlier, and be able to have them to come to King's Home and find jobs and work in either in a two job opportunities that we have for them.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. One of the opportunities that you talked about was the pottery program.
Right.
So I think we have some photos of that pottery program, and it's some really beautiful pottery. And so are these made by the residents, or this is a program that they can get into and they can learn pottery? And
Both.
you have an actual potter that comes in and helps with that?
Yes, they do actually.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, the mug itself they did not make, but the ornament, if you will, on the cross on the ornament, they do that. They make all of those. That is a finished product, if you will, from start to finish. It's created by the women at King's Home, and it's not a wheel, if you will. They don't spin it, but they have clay that they roll and make the different ornaments like you're seeing shown on television at this point. And it's just every lady that works there has either been through our program or in our program or in another ladies program in the Birmingham area.
Okay. What a great thing to learn too. I mean, when you're getting to create something and open that part of yourself up, there's a lot of healing that comes with creating something and finding a new skill.
Well, they feel like they're working, number one, in a safe environment.
Yeah, that's important.
And that's very important because, again, 100% of them came from abusive situations. Yeah. And we just want them to feel at home and safe and being able to learn skills that they can use after graduating from the program.
Yeah, and financial freedom is so important, especially in cases of abuse. So often there is that financial abuse too, like where the female may not have been able to have access to her own money, or that's a form of abuse as well.
No question. And we work with banks, advisors, others to come in and teach them about credit and how to build credit and how to save money and how to do a budget, and because they don't have these skills and have never had the opportunity to learn those skills. So that's something that we do provide in the program as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it really is. It's great to have the volunteers that are willing to come to King's Home to work with these ladies. It's very meaningful.
And so that is a big part of it, is volunteers.
Yes.
Do you have volunteer counselors that come in, and then volunteers from banks and places that will come in and teach financial stability and
we
skills?
do, and we have volunteers in both of our programs, if you will, that because it costs a lot of money. Of course, I'm here, you're talking to a development person, so you're not going to, I've got to talk about the money and how we raise the money and how it's funded, but our yearly budget is $10.1 million.
Oh, wow.
And people say, my goodness, how is that? Well, we have a lot of programs, and it takes a lot of money to fund those programs. Yeah. We are a nonprofit, but to have the type of programs that we have for the youth and for the ladies, it does take a lot of money. So you may ask, how do you raise that money every year?
Yes, how do you?
That is a yearly budget. Well, 60% of that is privately raised.
Wow.
And the other 40% comes through DHR in the state of Alabama. Is where we get that. But the 60% again is privately raised, and it's kind of a breakdown of individuals, churches, grants, businesses. That we have right here in Oxford, we have a wonderful supporter, Benton Nissan, Dale and Victoria and Daniel Benton. They're wonderful supporters of King's Home, and people like that, we couldn't do it without people like the Bentons and others that are so generous and so giving. Birmingham area is a very giving community. Yeah. And we have wonderful partnerships with churches and businesses as well as individuals and foundations.
That's wonderful. It takes all of that. And you do a lot of fun fundraisers as well. When we were at the break, you were talking about the Queen's Ball.
Queen's Ball.
And that sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we have 5 major events every year, starting with Queen's Ball, which normally is in March. And everyone has a father-daughter dance. Well, we had one of our board members Minda Riley, who came up with the idea of let's have a mother-son banquet.
Yeah.
And Courtney is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite events. We have anywhere from 600 to 800 who attend this banquet. Moms, grandmoms, and their sons. And I call it organized chaos.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. We have different activities for them. We have, of course, a DJ, so it's a lot of fun getting to watch the moms and grandmoms and their sons dance and enjoy themselves. But we also have the pet world that comes with different animals.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yes, a karate expedition, and they get to participate in that. They have artists who paint and draw the pictures, and so it's a wonderful event that we have every year, and we raise anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 each year from that event, and we're very appreciative for Minda and all the support that she has given us through the years, and all the others that volunteer to make that event very successful.
Oh yeah. When is that event? Is it upcoming soon? Or?
It's normally in March.
Oh, okay, so it just happened this year.
And we tried to pick the date when it's best for everyone with school involved, and it creeps up on spring break, if you will. So but we'll be setting the date very soon.
Okay, well, we'll be watching for it,
yes,
for sure.
Thank you.
And then you have a golf tournament that is coming up soon.
Yeah.
When is that?
Golf tournament is the King's Cup.
The King's Cup, that's cute.
And we have that at Greystone in Birmingham, and it's a little different than some of the tournaments because it's actually two tournaments in one.
Oh.
We have a morning tournament and an afternoon tournament, so we're able to completely sell out 36 teams, 18 in the morning and 18 in the afternoon, and a lot of different ways to participate, from from just a team to a whole sponsor to a main sponsor, which is just very. We're so fortunate and blessed with Wes Queen, who is our main sponsor each year, and so giving to us. And Wesley Ratcliffe, who is a board member of ours, is the chairperson each year. And every year I tell him, you remember you signed a 10-year contract. But he just does an awesome job. But that is a great event, and we have a lot of fun with it. We just we pray for pretty weather and nice, but it's I don't think it's rained it out since. I know it hasn't since I've been at King's Home. Actually, we were supposed to start at 8:30 one morning, and it was absolutely raining buckets. But quick prayers, and 8:25 it stopped raining, and the tournament was great. So it's always a success.
When is that? That's upcoming soon?
Yes, it will be September the 19th this year. So
is there still time?
There is still time.
Okay.
You can go to our website to register and see the different types of categories that you can participate in. But we would greatly appreciate that, because every penny of that goes to King's Home and helping fund all of our programs again.
Awesome. And there's another really cool thing that's happening, a fundraiser, and when we get back we're going to talk about that. Randy Howell, professional tournament bass angler, supports King Home, and we'll tell you how. So stay tuned. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Warming up, and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller, and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
I'm Lacey Klotz with your TV 24 News Update. Mark your calendars for second Friday on Main, an event taking place on the second Friday of each month from May to September 2024 from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Per their Facebook page, there's free entry. Second Friday will showcase a variety of mobile food vendors, talented art vendors, live music, lawn games, a kids activity zone, downtown shopping and dining, and a captivating car show organized by the Chakalaka Cruise Inn. You don't want to miss out on this fun-filled event. It's located at Simmons Park, 400 Main Street in Oxford. This Friday, July 12th, is the next one. There's going to be food trucks from Chicken Salad Chick, Kona Ice, Taco Tuesday, and the Classic Melt. Art vendors are going to be Absolutely E Creation, Ashley Nicole Art, Christine Z. Wise Art, Cicada's Song Studio, Debbie's Designs, Bridget Design, and the Crimson Building. There's going to be live music by Highway 77. That is going to be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then the Chakalaka Cruise In Car Show, hosted by the Hartwell Masonic Lodge, will be located at the Hartwell Masonic Lodge, number 101. That is at 600 Main Street, Oxford. And lastly, for the Kids Activity Zone, there's going to be a bounce house, lawn games, sidewalk chalk, and bubbles. This event is coordinated by Historic Main Street, Oxford. For more information, please contact Hunter Gentry via email at hunter.gentry@oxfordal.gov. For more news stories like these, plus weather with Justin Beal and sports, tune in tonight to the TV 24 News. For WEAC TV 24, I'm Lacey Klotz.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is 8:02 on your Monday morning, July the 8th. So when we went to break, visiting, of course, with King's Home, we were talking about Randy Howell. He is a professional tournament bass angler, and he supports King's Home through an annual Randy Howell Hope Festival and boat giveaway. For 13 years, Howell has donated his tournament boat to raise funds for the organization. The 2024 event will feature a boat valued at over $90,000 with a giveaway scheduled for November 16th, 2024. And donations, of course, will be King's Home grant and entry into the drawing. So let's talk about that. How do we win that boat, Jim? Of course, we have Jim Medley with King's Home with us.
That's how you win the boat.
Wow.
First of all, I just, 13 years.
That's amazing.
Randy and Robin and their two children, Laker and Oakley, have been such wonderful supporters and partners with King's Home for over 13 years, actually, when Randy got involved with us. And so sincere and such giving hearts and such caring so much about what we do at King's Home and providing opportunities for youth, for abused youth and women and children. And they just work so hard year round to make this a successful event. And that $90,000 was a little low. It's actually, with the expenses going up in the boat this year, I believe, retails like at $125,000. Oh, wow. It's fully equipped, more electronics on it than are probably in this room. It's just absolutely amazing. But have a wonderful event, and we You make a $100 donation, and that donation gives you the opportunity to have a drawing to win the boat.
Wow.
And Randy, we spend the day, a Saturday, which this year it's November the 16th, and we have a fun day full for all of our youth and women at King's Home, playing games and so forth, and food and lunch, and Randy and Robin and both of his boys and friends come and participate. We have a fishing tournament for all of our residents, and Randy is in charge of all of it. He
Nice.
handles it all. He just he and along again with his family, they're just I just cannot begin to describe how wonderful they are. And what they do for King's Home and what they've done for 13 years. It's just a wonderful event. I'll say this, people say, oh gosh, I don't have much of an opportunity. Well, for the last 5 years, if not 6, the winner has purchased one ticket.
Wow.
So
for a $100 donation.
For a $100 donation, you can win a $125,000 boat.
That's pretty good odds.
Randy, won the 2014 Bassmasters Classic.
Right.
And at that time, he lived in North Carolina. Now he lives in Gunnersville, and he's around all the time and participates. And it's on social media. Please go follow Randy Howell and Robin Howell. She does a wonderful job as well. And again, they just work endlessly to support us with this boat giveaway that we have on November the 16th.
Yeah, that's very gracious. So is the event open to the public then? Where is that held?
It is held on our main campus in Chelsea.
Okay.
And it is open to the public. And we normally do have televisions for the football games that are going on. We do have a few Auburn and a few Alabama fans.
Says the Auburn fan here.
And yes.
Well, we got to talk about that. That does bring me to something I saw on your website,
Sure.
where some beautiful Nick Saban photos.
How about that? Yes.
Yeah, and so those are ways to fundraise as well. So if we have any Alabama fans out there.
Absolutely. Nick and Terry Saban are just wonderful supporters of King's Home. Nick's kids, we were so blessed to receive funding from them every year and attend their lunch. And I look around the room every year and I think, my goodness, at all the people that are here, and he is giving and donating to each one of those agencies, and it's just a wonderful thing. Lou Burdett, our president, challenged me every year to let's get some orange and blue money in here. So we're going to do that as well. But
so if anybody at Auburn's listening, show up.
That's right.
show out.
They're absolutely wonderful. Again, speaking of the Pottery program, Miss Terry ordered 500 mugs.
Wow.
And I had the opportunity to go and deliver those to them, and we just really appreciate all that they do for us.
500 mugs. Was she giving them as gifts?
They were giving them as gifts that year.
Gift.
It was awesome. It really was. Back to the portraits, we had a board member, Kevin Bory, that came up with the idea he bought these and started this program and donated all of that to King's Home, and we have 50 of them that I believe a little less than 50 that are left. So it's a great opportunity because every penny of that goes back to King's Home as well. So not only are you getting the portrait, but you're also making a donation to King's Home.
Yeah. And it takes that, like you said, you have $10.1 million of a budget that's what makes these programs go around.
Absolutely.
And of course
Couldn't
we've
have
talked
without
about, no, you couldn't. And thanks to Randy Powell and the great people who are supportive. So are those tickets, I got to go back to this boat just real quick.
Sure.
Are those tickets available now? So when you make a donation to that, you can go ahead and start.
That is correct. It's
Gathering
year
these
round.
tickets.
We start that the day after the drawing. We start it for the next year, and
So
it continues.
You could just do your $100 a month, and then by the time you get to November, you have chances, and you've donated to help.
We may take you back to King's Home and let you help raise money.
Well, hey, I appreciate all that you do, and I know it takes a village. I mean, to raise money, and there are so many different places who are in need of money.
Yes.
And so I know that makes it a little little bit harder to raise money because there are so many different nonprofits out there that do so many great things.
Absolutely.
And you know, you just have to be creative and try to everybody help everyone. You know,
That's true, and we collaborate with those nonprofit agencies here at King's Home through our programs. I've already mentioned doing it with our pottery program. We also do it with our equine program.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Can we talk about the equine program?
Absolutely, love our equine program. It's amazing.
We have photos of that too.
Great. When I first came to King's Home, and again was going through the programs, and I see that we have a equine program, I thought, oh, that's wonderful. Our youth get to ride and ladies get to ride horses, but it's so much more than that. It's all of our sessions. We do sessions with our youth and our ladies at King's Home. Love that picture.
Yes.
And each of our sessions are biblically based, and they're learning. You know, as I said, all of our youth come to us from horrific abuse, and they lack trust and responsibility and so forth. And what better way than learning how to trust a horse and to do these sessions to be able to maneuver a 1,000-pound animal through an obstacle course, if you will, and gain its trust and so forth. It's just an amazing program, and Callie and Kelly, our two co-directors, just do a fabulous job. They work endlessly to make this a success for our youth and for our ladies, but again, for other nonprofits that come, such as Well House and Love Lady and others, and recently have started working with Turning Point, and not David Jeremiah's Turning Point, but Turning Point is an addiction recovery program in Jemison, Alabama, and their men come to us every Friday. And when they first came, you could tell they just really were not that excited. They love it now. They can't wait for every Friday. They volunteer to help us with things at the barn. We have a wonderful barn that was built a few years ago by the Morton family, and Catherine Morton and Barry Morton were just so wonderful, like Barry Morton, but just so wonderful to have people like that make this program such a success.
That's what it takes.
And they're, I think you had mentioned earlier, can you tell me a story about that's happened with the equine? And I'll do my best to get through this one, but one day one of our youth boys wanted to just walk a horse. He told our director, I've just really had a bad day. I'd just really like to take one of the horses and walk with him. And she said, awesome, that's great, and we'll do that. Which pick the horse? And he picked this horse that came to us from an abusive situation.
Oh.
And had been beaten and had scars and all over its body. And so he takes the horse and he walks, and they just start talking and have a great chat and a great walk. And when they get back, she asked him, I'm just curious, why did you pick this horse? And he raises his shirt, and he has scars all over him from the abuse he has been through. And so it's amazing that the horse was able to give him comfort, that the horse had been through the same thing that he had been through.
Wow. Well, let's let that sink in to our viewers, and I'm gonna get my tissue out real quick and get you one as well.
Thank you.
Because we have some more things to talk about. So so on that, we're going to be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Alan Parnell, the Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
I'm Lacey Klotz with your TV 24 News Update. Mark your calendars for Second Friday on Main, an event taking place on the second Friday of each month from May to September 2024 from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Per their Facebook page, there's free entry. Second Friday will showcase a variety of mobile food vendors, talented art vendors, live music, lawn games, a kids' activity zone, downtown shopping and dining, and a captivating car show organized by the Chakalaka Cruise Inn. You don't want to miss out on this fun-filled event. It's located at Simmons Park, 400 Main Street in Oxford. This Friday, July 12th, is the next one. There's going to be food trucks from Chicken Salad Chick, Kona Ice, Taco Tuesday, and the Classic Melt. Art vendors are going to be Absolutely E Creation, Ashley Nicole Art, Christine Z. Wise Art, Cicada's Song Studio, Debbie's Designs, Bridget Design, and the Crimson Building. There's going to be live music by Highway 77. That is going to be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then the Chakalaka Cruise In Car Show, hosted by the Howell Masonic Lodge, will be located at the Howell Masonic Lodge, number 101. That is at 600 Main Street, Oxford. And lastly, for the Kids Activity Zone, there's going to be a bounce house, lawn games, sidewalk chalk, and bubbles. This event is coordinated by Historic Main Street, Oxford. For more information, please contact Hunter Gentry via email at hunter.gentry@oxfordal.gov. For more news stories like these, plus weather with Justin Beal and sports, tune in tonight to the TV 24 News. For WEAC TV 24, I'm Lacey Klotz.
Rise and shine. It's 8:18 on your July 8th, and we have been visiting with Jim Medley with King's Home. And as we went to break, Jim had us in tears. But you know what? That's just part of it. Like, we have to know about these things that are going on in the community. We can't turn a blind eye to things because there are people that are suffering. There are people, women and children that are being abused every day. And Jim, I would like to ask you, with your youth, what is the end goal when you have a youth that comes into the care of King's Home? What's that end goal there?
Great question. Well, our end goal would be for them to be able to go back to a relative, if at all possible. That would be number one. If that's not the case, and of course we would love for them to be adopted by a family. Those are the two end goals. And we have so many success stories out there, but one I'd like to share with you is this girl that came to our program. She did not want to be at King's Home. Well, who wakes up at, in the morning, as Lou says, who wakes up and says, hey, I want to go live at King's Home? Right. Not many do that, but when they get there, they realize that, because they come and they say, they don't even know what love means. They don't understand that, and we hope by the time they leave that they do completely feel loved and understand what it is to love as well. But we had one girl come to us. She did not want to be there. She did everything she could possibly do. She knew she wanted to get kicked out of the program, and she did. Yeah. And so she quickly realized I may have made a mistake, and she came back and she said, if y'all will just let me back into the program. Of course, DHR had to approve it as well, and they did. She came back and she was just the model resident. She did everything that she needed to do to learn the skills to be able to get back into the real world. And it's just amazing. She ended up getting a full scholarship at UAB.
Yeah.
And is out working in the real world now. And it's just, so that's, and a lot of people ask me, Jim, how many of your residents end up going to college?
Yeah.
And that's normally the first question. Which, great, I know, and I love it when our youth do go to college, but there's so many other opportunities for them. College is not for everyone.
Sure.
King's Home or not King's Home, but residents. But so some do go to college, some do go into the military, and some go straight into the working world with a job that we're able to provide for them. We have partners that hire some of our people after they've graduated from college, and we also have a TLP program, which is for the youth if they've graduated from high school and they don't quite know which direction they want to go. They're able to stay in one of the houses, and they do still have supervision, but it's not the house parent supervision, so they're able to kind of learn how to live.
Have a little independence
and learn those skills before they either get a job or go to college or to the trade schools. That's another
Gadsden State right here in this area has great workforce development.
Such a wonderful opportunity. We have a partner, On Time Service, who it's amazing what his master electricians make every year. It's just a wonderful skill. So, there's a lot of different opportunities other than just going to college for them.
Oh,
but our end goal is to hopefully get them placed back into some family member that is obviously approved through DHR or adopted through. It's sad. A few years ago, it was about 5,000 youth that were in the foster care program. Today, Courtney, it's over 6,000.
Wow.
Over 6,000 that have gone, and we've seen a really increase since COVID has taken place, and the issues, the behavioral issues, if you will, that we deal with at King's Home are a little different than they used to be a few years back as well.
Mental health right now is definitely on a decline. I mean, I think COVID definitely changed, of course it definitely changed a lot, but also impacted a lot of people's mental health in a negative way, and these kids are seeing the...
You are 100% correct. And we see that. We see that at King's Home as well. We really do.
Well, thanks for all the great things that King's Home does, and I want to make sure everybody knows that there's a great website. There's testimonials on the website from residents and some youth on there.
Yes.
I've got to talk about the way that we found out about King's Home was a grand opening that happened, 2 weeks ago in Talladega. There is a new thrift store in town.
Yep.
And I myself love a thrift store. I change clothes so often that here's the grand opening of that thrift store, and that's located right there in Talladega.
Yeah.
I can't wait to come visit.
Northgate Shopping Center on Highway 77. We're so excited about this store. We were able to partner, if you will, with Presbyterian Children's Home and to take this store. This is our 4th store that we have, and we have 3 in the Birmingham area, 1 in Huntsville and Irondale and Pinson, and this is our 4th store in Talladega, and we're so excited about it.
I can't wait to go shopping.
Well, Dre Fulgham, our director of all of our thrift stores, does just a wonderful job, and we're so excited about being here in Talladega, and we had a wonderful grand opening, and it was great to get feedback from the customers talking about our wonderful employees and how nice they were and the service they provided. And you know, how are ways that people out there can help and get involved in King's Home? Well, a thrift store is a great example of how to do that. You can donate clothing, furniture. I mentioned the refurbished furniture before. So there are a lot of different ways from a thrift standpoint. And every purchase that you make at one of our thrift stores, 100% of that goes back into King's Home.
Wow.
And,
so next time you're feeling like shopping, go check out King's Home.
Absolutely.
And also those closet clean outs.
That's
now,
right.
Does that also go to provide clothing for the women and the youth as well?
Yes.
So you're able to provide them with clothing through
A lot of times we'll have donations that they'll actually bring them to King's Home, and they'll say, hey, we would like for the youth or the ladies to have the first choice. And then if what's left, please take to your thrift stores, because we will take everything at the thrift store, and everything is utilized. And if it's in a condition that we cannot sell in our thrift store, we actually will send it to a third world. So nothing goes unused.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, again, I love thrift storing, so I'm excited. So if somebody wants to make a donation, is the best thing to take it to their local King's Home thrift store?
That is correct.
Okay,
yes.
so not to a campus or anything. You'll go through there to get the clothing to
But
the
we will
residents.
also pick up.
Okay.
And on our website, we have a
good.
pickup number, and you can call and schedule a pickup, and we will gladly pick up.
Well, good. I'm about to do a closet clean out myself, so
Awesome.
now I know where I'll get to take all of
Thank you so
the
much in
clothing.
advance. We really appreciate it, because again, every bit of it helps from a donation standpoint and goes back into King's Home. And that is one thing I tell all of our donors: every penny goes to King's Home. None of the money is for a marketing firm that we use. We do not. All of it's generated through King's Home. And again, with a $10.1 million budget, it's in raising 60% of that privately. As I tell our board in December, in our last board meeting every year, we made it, but guess what? January the 1st, it starts over again. And we could not do it without all of you out there and all of the partners that we have, the individuals, the foundations, the churches, the businesses. We just are so thankful, really are, to do this, because all the programs that I mentioned, it obviously takes a lot of money to keep those programs, but there's such wonderful programs. They're not just niceties, if you will. They're definitely needs, and we're just so fortunate to be able to have those and have a wonderful team. Our leadership is just incredible, starting with our president, Lou Burdett, and all of our team, though. And I've started to start naming people, and I'll leave someone out. But
so everyone, all the team.
We have a wonderful team, and I'm just blessed to be able to go to work every day at King's Home, because it's truly not a job. It really isn't. It's I know where God has me, and I am just very fortunate to be able to do this every day.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for all of your hard work, and thanks to everybody at King's Home. Now, if somebody is interested in getting involved, of course, the website, is there any phone numbers that you'd like to give our viewers this morning?
Well, our phone numbers are, please don't start making me quote phone.
Okay, find it on the website. King's Home is a great website and has very informative.
All the information on there.
Yes, and if you yourself need
absolutely.
assistance, if you are someone who is experiencing abuse, there is a phone number there on the website as well.
Absolutely. Please reach out and talk with us, and we can get you to the right people and hopefully help you in the situation.
And if you are interested in fostering or adopting or helping the youth in any way, that is very much needed right now. If you have a home that you could open up to help someone in need, a youth, show love. Are you also looking for any of the house parents? Is there a need for that as well?
I'm so glad you brought that up. Yes, it is the answer. It's wow, what you're talking about employees. Our house parents are just incredible, because dealing, they truly are miracle workers. I mean, they work so hard. You think about it, 6 to 8 youth in each home. They are constantly, because we want it to be as normal as any home. We want them to participate in sporting events at school. All of them go to public school system, So we want them to be in choir, in sports, whatever they choose, other activities outside of King's Home. So they're constantly running their children to appointments, doctor's appointments,
just like some normalcy.
Just like us, just only with 6 or 8 of them. So, but the normal, the average yearly, how long do you think a house parent stays at an agency like King's Home?
Oh, I don't know, but we have so much to talk about. But that's our time for today.
Less than 1 year.
Less than 1 year. Well, thanks so much. Make sure you check out that website.
I'm Ellen Hurst. I'm the director of the Alabama Cares Program at East Alabama Planning Commission's Area Agency on Aging. I know that's a mouthful. Thank you for coming today. Make sure that everyone signed in the front, at the front table. If